On my way back, I remember I left the pendant at school. Just a pendant now that the magical energy has been drained out of it.
いいか。
Yeah, but like that's like a family heirloom though. I have no more use for that pendant. Sure, it might have been a bit of magical energy left in it, but surely less than the 10 jewels I have. What my father intended to leave for me was enough magical energy to win the Holy Grail War. Okay, so how are you gonna win now though? So now, without magical energy, that thing is meaningless. Well, damn, dude, I thought it was important to you, but apparently it's not that important. What the hell? I entered the house without saying anything and sit on the sofa. That was the loudest sofa noise I've ever heard, dude. Archer isn't back yet. I sigh and listen to the clock for a few minutes.
いい加減頭を切り替えなくちゃ。あれだけの戦いを経験しておいて、何ほうけてるんだ私。
Switch gears like how? I jump up and brew some tea. There are so many things to think about, most importantly the servants. I have just witnessed a battle between servants I had previously only understood intellectually.
ランサーか。宝具を使われそうになった時は焦ったけど、実際使ってたら正体は分かったのよね。
So you have to give up your identity when you use your noble? The easiest way to beat an enemy servant is to learn their identity. How does that work? Ignoring for the moment the idiot who doesn't even know his own identity, the big weak point of a servant is their true name. Discovering a servant's true name, in other words, figuring out their identity, should let you take a guess at what kind of noble phantasm they might have. It goes without saying, but since servants are heroic spirits, they have a legend associated with them. If you figure out their legend, you should be able to find out most of their abilities. Servants are called by their class names because they want to hide their true names. Because the more famous a hero is, the more people know about their weapons and their weaknesses. A heroic spirit that becomes a servant never gives out their true identity. The only one that know the servants' identities are the masters. There's even a tacit understanding that the masters hide their servants' identities while trying to discover the identities of the others. This is the fifth whole... Yo, the fifth? The qualities of the servants are determined by the ranks of the summoned heroic spirits. It goes without saying that the more famous heroes and the heroes with better weapons are stronger. But it is difficult to summon such heroic spirits. To summon a heroic spirit, one must have a connection with them, such as a weapon they used during their lives. Even the Magic Association has a few of such things. So generally, one will summon a heroic spirit that suits them like I did. A servant's strength is determined by the rank of the heroic spirit. But it's not that simple, as even the most powerful heroic spirits may have a hard time depending on the class they are assigned to. That is because of the special abilities assigned to each class, the possibility of the weak defeating the strong. The 7 classes each have a different additional ability, and one even has a chance of defeating an opponent of higher rank depending on the ability's affinity. To take an example, an infamous hero has defeated a great hero 4 times in the past. As far as I know, the most powerful servant is Saber. But what if there's somebody more powerful than Saber? Wouldn't that be freaky? In all the previous 4 wars, Saber has made it to the final fight. It is said that the 3 classes, Saber, Lancer, and Arch, have strong magic resistance. To put it simply, magic is pretty much useless against them. Wow. That's good. But what if we fight somebody that's like not magic though? It's because they are fighters who fought through the age of mist when magics were widely used. Magics that Maggie used now would probably dissipate just by touching them. Anyways, that's why these 3 classes are considered the basics and the best. Another that's worthy of mention is the servant Bazaka. The heroic spirit summoned into this class loses their sanity. Oh, that doesn't sound very exciting. Just as the name implies, they become a mad warrior, puppet of their master. The benefit from this is a strengthening of their power far exceeding the powers they had when alive. However, the more powerful a servant becomes, the greater the burden it imposes on the master. Checks and balances. In the past, masters who summoned Berserker couldn't control their rampaging servants and destroyed themselves by running out of magical energy. Huh. The irony of that. No exceptions. The winners and losers of the Holy Grail War are largely determined by the abilities of the servants. Well, I expect there are ways to win it by the masters' efforts, but it is basically a fight between the servants. That's why a master should be very careful when summoning a servant. Something you weren't really careful of, because you didn't even have the correct time when you summoned them. I silently consider the plans we should make from now on. The clock fixed already, strikes 11 while I do so, and Archer comes home.
すまない。失敗した。よほど用心深いマスターだったのだろう。少なくともこちら側の町にはランサーのマスターはいなかった。
Interesting. As I expected, Lancer was alone, and it seems his master didn't decide to show up for battles personally.
そう。まあ簡単にはいかないわよね。
Yes, there's no way everything will go as I might hope, so it can't be helped. Let's consider what happened tonight as a tuition fee for the lessons learned. Yeah, of you underestimating people.
いつもの伊勢はどうした？まさか先の一戦でおじけづいたというのはなしだぞ。君が命じるのなら。
But didn't you almost die, bro? If you don't have your noble phantasm, then you're kind of a... Well, I don't want to go as far as to say he's a liability, but you're not as strong as you could be. Archer protests silently that we should do so. I see. I guess I look depressed.
そんなわけないでしょ。私が打って出ないのはね、単に無駄手間をしたくないだけなんだから。
無駄手間をしたくない。
だってまだマスターの数が揃ってないでしょ。今夜のはやむなしだったけど、開戦の合図があるまで戦わないわ。それが聖杯戦争のルールだって父さんは言ってたし。
そうか。君の父親もマスターだったのか。
Yeah, more irony if you need it anymore. Archer nods, understanding. Then Archer makes a troubled face and starts to ponder something.
何よ。何か言いたいことでもあるの？あんた。
ああ、一つ聞き忘れていた。
What?
君は幼い頃からマスターになるべく育てられ、それに従ってきたのだろう。つまり、
What's your
マスターに
point?
なることを予想していたわけだ。
当たり前じゃない。それはいきなりマスターに任命される魔術師もいるそうだけど、私は別よ。遠坂の人間に。
Wait, so have you guys ever gotten the Holy Grail ever?
そうだろう。なら目的が塔にあるはずだ。
What do you mean?
私はそれを聞き忘れていた。主の望みを知らなければ、私も剣を預けられない。リン、それで君の願いは何だ？
願い？そんなの別にないけど。
RIP! Nani? Oh, Archer's making a funny face.
そんなはずはあるまい。聖杯とは願いを叶える万能の杯だ。マスターになるということは聖杯を手に入れるということ。
I feel like that's kind of like getting a genie and not having any wishes. Archer's asking with a serious expression. Oh, I see. The master's wish after obtaining a holy grail isn't irrelevant to the servant, but it's strange. Father said that the servants have wishes as well, but that is only their wish. I don't think Archer would be concerned because I don't have any wishes.
よし、明確な望みがないのであれば、漠然とした願いはどうだ。例えば、世界を手にするといった風な。
Nani?
なんで？世界なんてとってもじゃない。
His feet!
のね、アーチャー。世界ってのはつまり自分を中心とした価値観でしょ。そんなものは生まれた時から私のものよ。そんな世界を支配しろって言うんなら、私はとっくに世界を支配している。
Huh. Archer looks at me with a troubled expression. I'm amazed. The guy really is hard-headed. This is coming from you!
聖杯とは望みを叶える力、現実の世界を手にできる力だぞ。それを求めるというのに何も望まないというのか、君は。
Yeah, that's what sounds about right.
世界征服もめんどくさいし、そんな無駄なことを願っても仕方がないでしょ。あなた割と想像力が貧困ね。
理解に苦しむな。それでは何のために戦う？
そこに戦いがあるからよ、ハーちゃん。ついでにもらえるものはもらっておく。聖杯が何だかは知らないけど、いずれ欲しいものができたら使えばいいだけでしょ。人間生きていれば欲しいものなんて限りないんだし。
I fight cause there's a battle. You sound like a mercenary.
つまり君は。
ええ。ただ勝つために戦うの、あーちゃん。
Archer's shoulders slump. Maybe he's disappointed in my opinions, but it seems he's finally relaxed.
確かに君は私のマスターにふさわしい。
I find it hard to deal with that kind of comment, so I wish he stopped saying such things.
サーバントにマスターを選ぶ権利はないけど、一応聞いとく。なんで私があなたのマスターにふさわしいのよ。
言うまでもない。君は間違いなく最強のマスターだ。
Really? Why do you think
使える
that?
相手としてこれ以上のものはない。
そう、ありがとう。
Dude, it doesn't sound like flattery when you say it. I look away because I'm embarrassed. I find it hard to deal with Archer because he speaks frankly like this, even though he's so cynical. But, well, I'm honestly happy that he trusts me. I trust Archer and he trusts me. I don't think this sense of solidarity is a bad thing.
さて、ならば一息言えようか。7人目のマスターが現れるにせよ。それは今すぐというわけだ。
Oh, wait until he finds out.
飾りってペンダントのこと？ああ、あれなら忘れてきちゃった。もう何の力もないものだし、別に必要ないでしょ。
それはそうだが、君がそう言うならいいが。
ええ、父さんの形見だけど、別に思い出はあれだけってわけじゃない。
よくはない。そこまで強くあることはないだろう。
Huh? So, saying Archer takes out the pendant I left at school. What?
拾いに行ってくれたんだ。
This guy really is a nice guy. What the hell, dude?
もう忘れるな。それはリンにしか似合わない。
Yo, is that a compliment? Yo, what is this? As if he's embarrassed, Archer looks away as he hands me the pendant.
そう。じゃあ、ありがとう。
I accept it. To be honest, I don't know if I should be embarrassed or cool about it. The pendant is as it was. As expected, there's no magical energy left in it. Empty of magical energy, it's just an expensive but ordinary jewel, and it doesn't hold any power. But as Archer would put it, even if there's no power left in this pendant, it still has meaning as something my father specifically left for me. Then maybe I can just laugh off the fact that I helped that guy by sacrificing my trump card.
待った。
Wait, what? Wait, what the hell is that? No, what the? I wasn't thinking straight back then because of my regret, but thinking about it calmly, I missed something. He saw us, so it'll be dangerous unless we adjust his memory. Oh, come on! Why are you always choking? You can't be doing stuff like that. Basically, Lancer prioritized eliminating a witness over his battle with us. Lancer's thinking probably matches his master's. So if such a master finds out that the guy they killed didn't die, what would he do?
そんなやつ生かしておかない。
I get up from my sofa. It's been 3 hours since then. I might not make it, but after all I did, I had to make it. Look, if he dies, then everything you just did is a waste. I run through the night. Fortunately, I know where his house is. No, I didn't look it up, but it just happens that an acquaintance of mine goes there a lot, though I've never been there myself.
余計な苦労を背負おうとしているぞ君は。
Look, she used her trump card. She has to keep this man alive. Archer has no interest in cooperating. He was against saving the guy when he was dying, and he's against me going to help him right now. It's midnight. Under the cloudy night sky, we've reached a Japanese-styled house. There's no sight of anyone in this house on the edge of the residential district. There aren't many houses around it, and there's no one to come and help if something happens here. Well, guess we better win. My breath is white. A wind starts to pick up. It must be quite strong as the clouds start to drift fast. The supposedly warm wind of Fuyuki sends chills down my spine, making me tremble. Even if Fuyuki City is considered warm, it's still cold on the hill. The air around here is frozen. I strain my ears in the cold atmosphere. In the frozen feeling, I feel a small sense of an enemy.
さっきのサーバント。
I bite my lip. His presence is perceptible on the other side of this wall. Lancer is in the house already, and about to kill the same guy again, who had just come home without a clue as to what
飛
happened.
び越えて倒すしかない。その後のことはその時に考える。
Wait, what? Just as I'm about to command Archer to go in. What the hell? What is that? A bright white light, like a fallen sun, comes from within the house. The presence is eclipsed by another presence. The wave of power of the servant Lancer is consumed by an even larger wave. The instantaneous explosion of ether gives the spiritual being a body summoned to overpower Lancer. A summoning? I can only mutter, but it's true. To prove it, Lancer jumps over the wall and leaps away as if fleeing from this place.
ねえ、アーチャー。これも、もしもの話？
さあな。だが、これで7人。ついに数が揃ったぞ、リン。
Archer answers calmly. I lost my normal judgment. That's why I didn't even consider the obvious event that would follow. The wind blows strongly. Clouds cover the sky like an umbrella. The unlit suburbs are enclosed by darkness. And the servant jumps over the wall, coming down like a demonic bird. Archer has reacted already, but I couldn't react. That was my mistake. The battle ended with that small opening not lasting even a second. It might have been only a second for me, but for that servant, it was an opening that couldn't be ignored. A sword rushes for me. What the hell? Archer pushes me aside and the servant slashes him. It happens in an instant. Archer, who handled Lancer's fury of attacks beautifully, has been taken down with one blow. Archer, what the hell, dude? But I make it in time this time. Just as the enemy servant is about to cut off Archer's head with her blade, I forcibly remove him. A pain in my right hand. It must have been an excessive command, so a command spell has disappeared from my... Oh, come on! Now there was only one remaining, but this is for the best. Rather than having Archer die, I would prefer to lose 1 or 2 command spells. Giving no consideration to Archer's disappearance, the servant attacks me. I take from my pocket a topaz with a wind spell stored in it. Then I launch all the magical energy it contains at her without processing it. This thing, which can blow away a house without a trace, is a bundle of wind spells I've stocked up over time. This is one of the 10 jewels I've been putting my magical energy into for 17 years without rest. Yeah, that's some long-term thinking right there. I'm using all the magical energy stored in it, so even if I can't defeat her, it should at least slow her down a bit. Not even that. It did nothing. The swirl of wind that instantly tears apart anything caught within it disappears like a magic trick the instant it touches the servant. Such strong magic resistance. Mere magical energy from a magus cannot hurt this servant. So this is it. She cannot be hurt by magic, and I've lost the protection of Archer, so I can't stop this servant. I barely managed to avoid one blow, but that's all. I look up at the night sky. In it is the figure of cold-hearted death, who is looking down at me as I lay miserably on the ground. Oh gosh, no! The wind blows. In between the dark clouds, in the spiral sky, the moon shines. A falling moonlight in a beautiful face. This is the servant that drove off Lancer, defeated by my Archer in one strike and annulled my magic with no trouble. Magus? Okay, well, at least I have an idea of how to pronounce that now. The girl's voice is like a bell. Yes, this voice is like a nightmare right now. It's only natural. The more beautiful my enemy, the more of a nightmare it is, as I cannot believe the difference in our strength. Can you let me live, please? Please? A point of the sword shines brightly. On the verge of death, I understand, with just one look without proof. This is the card I wanted. Seba, the one said to be the strongest of all servants, the hero of the sword. I look up at the moon, accepting my death. You're Rin! What the hell? You can't accept your death? You gotta fight this bitch, man! There's no time for me to flee or plead for my life. I will die here in the Tosakadins. Holy Grail War will end on the 3rd day. There is only disgrace and regret, and I will probably vanish bearing a grudge against my enemy, but still, I don't feel anything. Something must really be wrong with me. Even though I'm going to be killed in an instant, I adore her again. Alright. That's not exactly what I expected, but come on! There has to be some fight left! That's right, if you ask for regrets, that's it. But I guess it can't be helped, because she is the most powerful servant. Because her figure is just so heartless, so indefinitely valiant, and so beautiful.